Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video. So today's video is going to be about my first impressions of the M3. I've had it for about a month and a half now, so I've got used to the car. I've got used to rear wheel drive, and I'm going to talk to you guys about what I've done to the car modification wise and what I'm planning to do with it. So on the front end, the first thing we've done is we tinted the headlights. On camera they're flickering, but in real life they're not. It's just how it comes out on the camera. If I turn it off, you'll get a better idea of what it looks like. So yeah, like I said, the first thing we've done is we tinted the headlights. And then we put the chrome kidney grills to black. These are wrapped, by the way. These are from Gelato Studios, which is Adam7R on Instagram's company. I'll put his Insta tag below. So yeah, he wrapped these in black, which were previously chrome. He put the orange, he wrapped the bars at the back orange, which I think makes the car look much more aggressive. He wrapped the BMW badge orange as well, which was obviously blue before. And obviously I've got my number plate on the car as well, which I put on all my cars. So on the front end, that's what I've done to it. So I've put spacers on the front. This is 12.5 millimeters on the front and 15 millimeters on the back. And I've lowered it on H&R springs by 25 mil, which is perfect. Well, it's perfect for me considering I live in London, because the humps here are atrocious, and as much as I wanted it to be lower, any lower it would just be scraping everywhere. So like, if you look at the front, it's already very low, so yeah, I think that's perfect, especially for London. So we're taking it to the back. We've tinted the rear lights, and again wrapped the BMW badge orange. Appearance wise, that's what I've done. Sound wise, what I've done is I've done a secondary decat and a backbox mod, which is from PCW. I highly recommend them, and I'll do another video another time to show you how the car sounds and some drive-bys. So yeah, keep tuned guys, and that'll be on next week. So yeah guys, that's the car, what I've done to it appearance wise and what I've done to it performance wise. I haven't mapped it yet. I'm planning to do it maybe next year. I need to get used to the car a bit more before I map it, because it's a completely different animal to the R3. This one's unforgiving. So once I get completely used to it and I'm satisfied that I can handle it, if something did go wrong, for instance the back end going out, that's when I'm going to map it. So yeah, that's what I've done to it. I'll talk to you guys what I'm planning to do with it, and also my first impressions. So yeah guys, that's just a walk around of my car, what I've done to it so far. First impressions of the car, it's not as toe happy as, for instance, a C63 is. If you wanted to get the back end out, yeah, it'll flick out, but it's a lot easier to bring it back in compared to the C63. What I noticed with the C63, obviously my older brother had the new one, the 4-litre twin turbo one, and the thing is with that car, I noticed when the back end goes, it's like it wants to do a 360. It's not as easy as this to bring back into line. So first impressions, it's not as toe happy as I thought it would be. It grips a lot better than I thought it was going to be, and I really like the car. I mean, before, if you followed me before, when I had a 235, I was slating BMW. I was saying BMW is shit and it's not that good and stuff, and that's why I went back to Audi. But everyone said to me, buy a proper M car and you'll understand why there's a big rave about it, and I can understand now. This is a completely different animal to the 235. I'll be honest, the 235, I didn't like the car and I wouldn't recommend it personally. Like, yeah, I mean, the money wise, it's good for what it is, but I'd rather go for a Golf R or an S3 or like an E93 M3. Do you know what I mean? For that kind of money, I wouldn't go for a 235. It's just, I don't know. It's just something about the car. It's not a good driver's car. This one's got LSD. All M3s from factory have LSD, and it makes a big difference. So first impressions, I like the car. I think the engine's wicked as well. The way it revs as well, it revs up to about 7,500 RPM, which I think is insane. The S3 mapped, no sorry, the RS3 mapped revved up to 6,200 RPM. So it's a big difference. So when you're on the motorway, the way it revs, it's really good. Petrol wise, it's really bad. Compared to the RS3, this is really bad. I mean, a full tank on this is about 70 quid. And I get about 200 miles, 220. And that's mostly, that's if I'm driving good. If I'm doing bad, maybe about 170. Whereas the RS3 was about 280, 300, regardless if I booted it or if I drove normal. But I mean, it is a 3-litre twin turbo, so there's not much you can really say about that. I mean, you can't really complain. Interior wise, BMWs are really good. I mean, the 235 had more or less the same interior as this, but I think this is more user friendly than the RS3. But the thing I like about this is the technology, which I'll show you now. It's a lot more advanced than the RS3. So let me show you guys now, and you'll understand what I mean. So this is the interior. So the first thing it's got, which the RS3 didn't have, it's got head-up display. And then it's got this 360 camera as well, which is really good when you're parking. It's something the RS3 didn't have, and it doesn't come from factory with. It's then got the reverse camera, so it's got the 360, it's got the reverse camera. And then when you're coming out of a junction as well, buttons are here. You press this button here, and it's got cameras on the front. So when you're pulling out to a junction and you can't see properly, this makes it easier to pull out. So obviously, if you see that, it's over there. So yeah, it is quite accurate. And then obviously there's carbon inside the car, which is the carbon pack, which I think is a must in these cars. It just sets it off nicely. And the Sat-Nav as well. I think the Sat-Nav is really good. It's a big screen, so it just looks better. Whereas the RS3 had a pop-up screen, which I wasn't really keen on. And then you can just, like for instance, there's no service book of this car. So what you do, you go to vehicle status, service requirements, and then the service history is actually here. So the last service was in 2015 at 8,500 miles, so 8,733 miles. The next one is actually due now. It's booked in next week, which is I don't mind actually, because it's got a service pack. It's got a 5-year service pack, so I don't have to pay anything. So I have free servicing for 5 years with BMW, which is a touch really. It came with the car. I didn't have to pay for that. And then, like technology wise, like I was saying, it's really more advanced than RS3. So you can see how much brake pad you have left. So this has 70,000 miles. I don't know how accurate that is. That doesn't sound right to me. You can check the car, see how it is. Then you can go to, there's a sports display, so which is really cool. So if I start the car up and I move it, I think that's really cool personally. But yeah, overall, I do prefer the interior to the RS3 and most cars. So yeah, that's my first impressions of the car. I'll talk to you guys now what I'm planning to do. So what I'm planning to do to the car is I want to add more carbon to it. So I want to add a carbon splitter, carbon side skirt and carbon diffuser. I probably won't go to BMW direct because they don't sell the type of, how do I say it, like the type of style that I want. So like for instance with the diffuser, I want like fins sticking out the diffuser, which BMW don't do. So that's probably going to be a job for like Mode Carbon or Vorsteiner. So yeah, I want to add more carbon to it. The next thing I want to do is I want to map it. So I want to get it mapped with a decat down pipe. but I'm going to do that probably next year because I want to get used to the car a bit more before I map it, because obviously it goes to about 550 brake horsepower with a stage 2. So I don't think I'm comfortable yet with that much power at the rear wheel, so I'm going to get used to the car a bit more and then do that. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the wheels. I don't know yet what I'm going to get, but I'm definitely going to change the wheels. And depends how I feel, I might wrap the car. 50-50 on it, because ideally I probably shouldn't wrap it because it's an individual colour, so it's rare anyway. Rare to see this colour, so it doesn't make sense to wrap it. But I'll see how I feel next year, because that's when I'm probably going to wrap it if I do. And modification wise, that's what I'm going to do to it. I don't think I'll do much more than that. So yeah, anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to share, subscribe and like. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you soon for another video. Take care.